Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be looking at some of the biggest sneaker releases upcoming this October, and I want to start off with a couple of New Balances. First of all, we have the New Balance 991 V2 Stone Island collab. This is in the black colorway. These are going to be releasing at stoneisland.com and in select Stone Island retailers on October the 4th, and then they're going to be wheeled out via the New Balance websites and other normal retail stockists on October the 18th. Price is £230, a pretty hefty price tag, around $250 US, and you can guarantee these are going to sell out in mere seconds. Now you might be thinking, hang on, what is the 991 V2? Does this shoe even exist? And up until this collab, this shoe didn't exist. This is the debut model for the 991 V2. Made in England, of course, so you can expect premium quality, really good craftsmanship. And even though the first images that released through Stone Island social media had these looking kind of low-key, the latest images we've had with some of the details make these look really nice. So you have a black, gray, and olive palette, ballistic mesh, premium leather, pigskin suede. You've got 3M reflective accents scattered throughout. It's all very brutalist, it has to be said, which is quite fitting considering Stone Island are synonymous with brutal football fans. I don't know how it is for you guys over there in the US, but at least here in the UK, Stone Island has a lot of hype around it, and so these are going to fly and these are going to resell. I think they're really nice. What do you guys think? Next up, we have the re-release of the New Balance 998 with concepts, the C-Notes. If you were around in sneakers, you might remember this shoe coming out back in 2013 for the 20th anniversary of the 998, and 10 years later, almost to the day, we are getting the same silhouette again. According to Concept's creative director Dion Point, the C-Note represents all of us. It's the universal language of exchange. Whether you're old money or new money, you can relate. So this sneaker celebrates money, celebrates the 30th anniversary of the 998, and is held right up there with New Balance enthusiasts as one of the best collabs. These are releasing October the 5th, $220, around £200. Expect to see them on newbalance.com as well as concepts.com. There will be raffles, I'm sure, floating around for these at all of your regular stockists. I think these are clean. These are definitely on the cop list. What do you guys think? On the 6th of October, we have the EU and UK skate shop release for the Born and Raised SB Dunk Lows. I know this is going to be pretty sad news for you guys over there in the US, who pretty much had to fight all of the bots on the Born and Raised website. Not to mention the fact that I'm sure a lot of those pairs got backdoored, but here in the UK at least, and in the EU, you're gonna have a chance to take your L's all over again with skate shops receiving stock. So keep an eye on all of your normal skate shops for raffles, the IGs, the websites and stuff like that, and good luck copping, because these are one of the best SB Dunks of the year in my opinion. Next up, on October the 13th, we have the release of the Air Jordan 1 Low Travis Scott Golf. You remember it was about this time last year we started to hear rumors that the Travis Scott 1 Low was going to be over. We weren't going to be seeing any more, and then we ended up getting the olives and then the golf shoes and then his own personal silhouettes that looks pretty much like a 1 Low. And so I think they were kind of capping when they said the 1 Low hype was over with Travis, but here we are. These are going to be $170 available on the normal Nike site. I'm not sure if these are going to be on the sneakers app, and from what I've heard, stock is incredibly limited, meaning that if you are a golfer and you wanted to cop a pair of these for the course, you are going to be shit out of luck, I'm afraid. I'd love to gatekeep these as a golfer myself, but I know what it is. Are you guys going to be going for these? And if so, fuck you. October the 14th, we have the debut of the LeBron 21. We're first going to be getting this violet dust colorway, and these are going to be retailing for $200. The upper's made from a high quality nubuck material, have some perforations on the side for added breathability. I'm a big fan of LeBron low tops going all the way back to the low top 8s and the low top 9s, but these modern era LeBron low tops are pretty nice in my opinion. What do you guys think of these? October the 14th, we have some Air Jordan 1 highs. This is the mauve colorway. These are tailor-made for some of the ladies out there, and this particular colorway is very of the moment, very seasonal as we move into autumn and winter, but as I'm sure you'll agree with me, these are not going to be going anywhere. These will indeed be sitting on release dates and will no doubt sit through the winter given the state of Jordan 1 hype, but I do think they are really nice though. What do you guys think? On October the 18th, there are a couple of releases. Don't forget, October the 18th is going to be the wider global release of the New Balance 991 V2 I spoke about earlier, but there are a couple of other notable notable releases on the day as well, including these, the vintage pandas. That's right, they have already reimagined the panda. You can't even be mad at them for doing this. Sailing out the midsole, giving you some sail or aged laces, and making the upper material a little bit shinier is a no-brainer for the panda at this point, which has been so thoroughly rinsed and so automatically hated on that it's become more of a trend to hate on panda dunks than it is to wear panda dunks. $110, Nike Sneakers app. I can see these releasing in all the usual retailers as per usual. On the same day, you have the Air Jordan 1 High Satin Breads. $180, Nike Sneakers app, all of the normal retailers for these ones. And you guys might actually remember these. These came out back in 2016 and they came out at like a pop-up store in New York. And at this point, there was only something like 501 pairs. This sneaker right here, right up until this point, has been a very prized possession in a lot of collectors' collections. Expect these to release only in women's sizing, probably going up to a woman's 12, meaning the largest size for men is going to be like a US 10.5. And you should definitely expect the numbers for this release to be well in excess of 501. I wouldn't even be surprised if they made plenty of these, enough to go around, although those larger sizes will be pretty expensive on the resale, I'm sure, but nothing too crazy. I mean, listen, Jordan 1 hype is pretty much dead at this point. It is a bread colorway, one of the best Jordan 1 colorways of all time, but I wouldn't expect these to break the bank. October the 21st, a sneaker for you old heads out there, the Air Jordan 13 Wheats. Some of you might have been around in the game long enough to remember when these dropped back in like 2004. For a lot of people, this is one of the cleanest and best non-OG colorways of the 13s, and you can see why. Super simple, super clean, can't really go wrong. Expect these to be relatively popular, I would say, in the larger sizes. They are going to be coming with this current retail premium price point of around $200 or around 190 pounds. October the 24th, we have these. These are the Air Jordan 1 Low Chris Paul Give Them Flowers. These are low-key my favorite release from this month. When you look at the shoe from a distance, they just look like some white Air Jordan 1 Lows, but when you get up close and personal with them, you can see the high quality grade materials, the shaggy suede, swooshes, heel tabs, the embroidered wings emblems, and then you've got this really awesome distinctive floral patterned upper. More floral embellishments arrive underfoot, and the inner tongue read the pair's gifting title. Floral decoration on the insoles. It's definitely one of those shoes that you will develop a deeper level of appreciation for having them in hand, I feel. Retail $150. I'm expecting these to be pretty limited. Nike Sneakers app release, raffle release, all that type of stuff. Definitely don't see these being an easy cop, but I will definitely be trying my hand for them. What about you guys? Here we have the marketing genius and product scheduling savviness of Nike in full effect, because the following day, on October the 25th, you have the release of the Air Jordan 1 Low Neutral Gray. That's right, when you inevitably take your L from the Chris Paul Give Them Flowers and sat there thinking, damn, I really wish I could have got those. Nike have got your back with a consolation available no less than a day later. These basically look pretty much the same, save all of the awesome details I was just talking about. Ironically enough though, these are actually more expensive. $170. Cool shoe, classic shoe. They've embellished the vintage look with the sailed out midsole as per usual. It's almost like a little bit of a reimagined vibe going on with these, and is part of this ongoing push with the OG 1 Low. Clean shoe though, definitely a tempting one for me. I think if I miss out on the Chris Pauls, Nike know they already have me here with the consolation. What do you guys think? We've got some Adidas to talk about as well. Adidas are collaborating with metal band Korn. I remember Korn. Do you guys remember Korn? On the 27th, they have a couple of releases. We have a black pair of the Adidas Campus. These are going to be retailing for $130. You also have a white colorway of the Superstar for $140. And this collaboration isn't just about sneakers. There's a whole bunch of clothing coming out as well. Some of it is pretty cool, man. As someone that grew up listening to a little bit of Korn passively at parties that I wasn't invited to, I kind of like the hoodie and the track jacket. I'm not as sold on the shoes myself, but this is definitely a pretty cool collaboration. What do you guys think of this? On October the 28th, we finally have the return of the Air Jordan 12 Cherry. Retail is going to be $210, which is just about enough money for you to think, man, do I really need these? I mean, I miss them, but do I really want them back for 210 bucks? I don't know, very tempting. I've never had the cherry 12s. I've got the cherry 13s, got the cherry 11s, so okay, all right. I need to get them now. I've just said I've got those two in it. And to round out the month, October the 31st, we are going to be getting a restock of the Adidas Daniel Arsham 4D Futurecraft. You guys might remember about 5 years ago when this shoe debuted, it came out to a lot of hype. 4D technology was set to completely revolutionize, boost, and continue to more or less keep Adidas on top. But the whole 4D thing, as we know, fizzled out. I feel like that was definitely a fumble from Adidas not to make that a little bit more readily available and cheaper earlier. But this particular model has been celebrated because of Daniel Arsham's take on it, particularly because he is an artist. It can't be denied, the colorway is nice and the model looks really sleek. They look like they would be really nice to wear, but the price point is $400. And that, for me, is enough to go absolute Magic Johnson on these and behind the back pass on them. Now, before I finish, there are a few sneakers that I didn't mention that are supposed to come out in October that we don't have firm dates for yet. One is the Tight Booth Nike SB Dunk Low. I would expect some announcements regarding the release date of these to come out over the next week or so, maybe even earlier. There's also the Nike SB Dunk High Sweet Tooth, inspired by the whole kettle corn thing, the caramel corn or the toffee corn, whatever that corn is that inevitably gets stuck in between your teeth. It hasn't been confirmed 100%, but I think this is going to be the Halloween Dunk release. And there is also supposedly going to be a Carhartt New Balance collab on the 990 V6. This is of course the model that has become quite popular this year thanks to Action Bronson. And according to this picture, these look really, really nice. And so that is it. There's definitely one or two cool sneaker releases upcoming this month. Let me know down in the comments if there's any cool sneakers that I might have missed, and let me know if there's any cool sneakers that you are looking forward to picking up. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care for now, and peace.